And I'm here at SeaWorld Orlando, a park I really been wanting to go to because of Mako, because Mako looks really, really good, and I'm a big fan of those B&M hypers, and it seems very similar to my favorite B&M, which is Hollywood Dream at Universal Studios Japan. Only issue is that I'm having trouble buying a season pass because I'm not technically a Florida resident. So the website won't let me buy it, and I've asked numerous people, and they told me, oh, just buy it in full, which I tried to do. I couldn't get that to work, so I hopefully will be able to buy it in person, but we'll have to see. Oh boy, was that a pain in the ass, but I finally got it. I got the SeaWorld Platinum Pass because I am going to be moving here in August. So about to ride Manta, and this is, I can't believe it, I actually rode Acrobat in Japan first before I rode Manta. I find that really funny, actually. I went all the way across the world to go ride the same flyer that's actually in the US. So Manta was pretty fun. It honestly feels a lot different from Acrobat, even though it's the same ride. The layout just seems different just because the theming is so much more like better. It's just better. I mean, Acrobat has the lagoon, the splashdown lagoon, but Manta has a lot of rock work and a lot of trees that you fly through, so overall I think this is better and also a bit smoother than Acrobat. So it is time for Kraken. Hopefully it's not as rough as Scream at Magic Mountain. Alright, so Kraken was actually pretty good. It's very similar to Medusa at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. I would say the layout's a slight bit better because it has the second vertical loop and the underground tunnel. The ride is a little rough though, not as bad as Scream at Magic Mountain by any means. That's still like unbelievable for a B&M that ride is that rough. But it's a little bit rougher than Medusa at Discovery Kingdom. It's kind of in between Medusa and Scream in terms of roughness. Definitely has a rattle to it. So I'm going to hold off on the water ride just a little bit. I do really want to ride this and Infinity Falls, but I'm going to get a locker for that because I'm not risking my camera breaking. I almost broke it when I was in, I think it was Suzuka Circuit because it started raining really badly there. I almost broke my camera. It damaged it pretty badly, so I'm scared to get any of my equipment wet. So I'm going to definitely get a locker for the water rides. Okay, so this area is so cool looking. It seems very, very similar to Tokyo Disney Sea is the best way I can describe it. I know I keep doing a lot of Japan comparisons today, but this is like almost Disney Sea like level cool. I mean, obviously you don't have the backdrop like Disney Sea does, but this area looks very, very similar to how that park does. Probably the closest thing you'll get in the US to Disney Sea. I see sharks, so I think we're getting close to Mako, and I mean, I see Mako's lift off in the distance, so I think we're here. Yeah, I see more of the coaster. That's a good sign. And here it is, Mako, B&M Hypercoaster. So I just got off of Mako, and that's actually one of the better of B&M Hypers. I still have to say, and I know I'm going to get hate for it, Hollywood Dream is still the best B&M I've ridden. This is good. It might need to warm up because it's still kind of earlier in the day. So hopefully the wheels warm up by the end of the day and it will be running a bit faster. But yeah, it was pretty good. A little bit slow. I mean, the trims were pretty heavy. I think that's what really kills this ride is the trims, because it's got the trim going over the second hill, and that just kills a lot of the speed, and the mid-course really kills some speed. It's a great ride, but yeah, if it didn't have trims, because that first hill is it's ejector. The first hill is ejector for sure, at least coming down off the end of it. Yeah, it's ejector, so if the rest of the ride stayed like that, I think it would have been up there with Hollywood Dream. So here's Infinity Falls, and I was gonna go do it, but I got saved by the wait time, which is 40 minutes. I ain't gonna do that right now, I'll do that later. Hopefully the crowds will die down, because this is peak hour for a theme park usually. It's like, what time is it? Check. It's 1:35. Yeah, this is peak hour, so that's probably the highest it's gonna get all day. So why wait the highest when I can not wait at all later? So I think I'm gonna go do Journey to Atlantis to get that credit. Alright, so it's time to do Atlantis, but I'm gonna get a locker because I don't know what you get on this ride. You know, not really gonna lie, I'm not a fan of it. I think the San Diego one is a lot better. I mean, I guess it had the dark ride segment, but I mean, the dark ride segment wasn't really that good. I prefer the elevator lift, and I think the music's just overall, the whole score of the ride is just better on San Diego's, because the music just didn't sound right on this one, and I don't know, maybe it's because I'm used to San Diego's, but yeah, it doesn't, I don't know, didn't really like it that much. It's just the drop, and it's got the twisty drop, and I think once they totally retrack San Diego's Journey to Atlantis, I think people will consider that one the far superior one, because I'm assuming they'll bring back a lot of the theming that was gone on the San Diego one. Alright, so I kind of took a break for a minute with recording, and when I mean a minute, I mean like an hour and a half, because I ate food, rode Journey to Atlantis, then rode Kraken, and that was a really, really bad idea. Like, usually I'm good with food, but like, I ate a lot of food. It was, it had half a chicken, it was sausage, and 2 big strips of brisket with fries and some bread. So I'm not feeling too well after riding Kraken. I took it easy and rode the whatever the penguin ride is, the Antarctica ride. I mean, yeah, it's not that good, but I needed to like relax and sit down for a little bit because I really don't feel good. I'm hoping I can find a restroom that I'll feel better, and hopefully I can ride Mako again, because Mako's awesome.
That's heavier.
That was a heavy bout. Okay, Infinity Falls is probably the best rapids ride I think I've ever ridden. That's up there with Grizzly Rapids at California Adventure. That's a really good ride. Elevator lift is super unique. Okay, the music for this ride is absolutely amazing. I love it.
Oh.
Alright, so I ended up finishing the night with about 15 or so rides on Mako. That was pretty fun. Gosh, last row on that is absolutely insane. Especially if you leave the lap bar high. I think I left it up a little high on one ride. I literally stood up the entire ride on that. That was one click too high for me. But that's a really fun ride. And definitely excited that this is gonna be one of my new home parks later this year. After an awesome day at SeaWorld Orlando, I'm here at FunSpot Orlando, which is right across the street from Universal Studios, to ride these 2 coasters right here. I'm not going to worry about the kiddie coaster tonight. I'm just going to get it when I move out here eventually. But I just want to get the 2 coasters, and I'll call it a night here. I'm kind of tired. I didn't get much sleep last night, so I just want to get the coasters and call it a night. So I really enjoyed Freedom Flyer, and definitely think that'll be a good ride when Dollywood opens up for the season with the new, I think it's called Dragon Flyer. It's gonna be a different model, but same style of coaster. It's pretty good, a lot smoother than the old hang and bangs that they used to build. So I just got off my first ride on White Lightning, and it's alright. I mean, I'm not a GCI fan by any means. I really don't like GCI rides. The only one I really like is Thunderhead. Thunderhead's really good. But other than that, GCI has never really impressed me, especially like Gold Striker. Like, really, the only 2 GCIs I like are Thunderhead, and then the ride itself I don't like, but I like the theming, is Mystic Timbers. So, yeah, I'm not a super big GCI person. But this one's fun. It has a few little pops of airtime. It's, you know, the GCI Flowjector. It's nothing you haven't seen anywhere else. It's running pretty smooth. Like, I expected it to be rough because it's a small park and I didn't know how they maintain their rides. and seeing what's it called, Mind Blower yesterday, and seeing how, well, that one, I mean, it's not really rough, but you can definitely tell like it's getting there. So I was expecting this one to feel like that. This one feels pretty smooth still. It's probably arguably smoother than Gold Striker, and it's pretty fun. I mean, it's just like a nice, fun coaster. It's not anything spectacular. It's got the nice over 90-degree overbank turn. I think it was the first time GCI ever did that, and I think that's the first GCI I've been on that does that, unless Mystic Timbers does it. I can't remember, or maybe Gold Striker does it. I can't remember. Yeah, I think this was the first. I don't know when they did that. I don't really pay attention too much to all that stuff, but it's a fun ride. Nothing too crazy. I think Mind Blower is obviously the better coaster. That one is absolutely insane. This one's kind of more tame. It's more of like it's like a B&M of wooden coasters. It's tame. You can ride it multiple times. It won't give you a headache. Like Mind Blower, I kind of need to take a breather after riding that one because it's pretty intense. And that's all I'm going to do at the park tonight. But I'm actually going to go over the Citywalk now and probably get some dinner. Look at this Margaritaville. This looks so cool. It's all chocolate. That's pretty amazing. Alright, so this is a pretty cool shop. They got some interesting things in here. And rumor has it this is coming to Hollywood to replace Saddle Ranch, so this actually would be a welcome replacement. Alright, so I bought, they're like these shots. They look like mugs, but they're made out of chocolate. They were about like, I think 8 something a piece. They're a little pricey, but not as bad as I thought they would be. And this is the main reason I wanted to come down to Citywalk, because I really wanted to try this, and I was really hoping they would get it by the time I leave California at Hollywood. So I don't think that's going to happen. They haven't even broke ground for it, nor is it even confirmed that they're going to get it. But hopefully they do, because this is a really cool store.